guys, welcome back to 7th Crown Tarot. My name's Louise, and today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading for you. So this reading is going to be all about what people would say to you if they had the courage, or for whatever reason they're not saying it to you. And we're going to find out also why they're not saying it to you. So it might not necessarily be because they don't have the courage, but why aren't they telling you? So this is going to be pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And if you're new here, hello. Like I said, my name is Louise, and I deliver psychic messages here on YouTube, as well as doing tarot. And sometimes I do some weird things on this channel, but most often than not, it is tarot. So pick a pile there, and we're going to answer your question. So pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. And down below there's going to be some timestamps, so jump to those. Hi, pile number 1. So if you chose this really cute little green rock, or stone, whatever you want to call it, here is your reading. So what is it that people don't tell you, but they think about you? So let's find out. What is it that people think about pile number 1, but don't tell you? Wow. Right off the bat, I'm getting that nothing can hold you back. People think you're unstoppable. With this 8 of Swords and this 8 of Wands here, it feels like you're a very fast mover. Like you make decisions very quickly and you don't really think twice, and people are kind of like, how do they make decisions so quickly? So people see you as very decisive here in your life, and this is in all aspects. This is not just in situations that are difficult, although this could be the times where you really shine. You really outshine a lot of people that if they place themselves in that situation, which they have in the past, they've kind of pictured themselves in your situation, they think, wow, how did it, like if I was pile number 1, like I wouldn't have done what they did. Like I would have probably stayed stuck or started to freak out and lose control. So there's this sense of groundedness about you, which, I mean, you also got the green stone, and green is the color of the heart chakra. There's another thing here that people don't tell you, but for whatever reason they keep it back, that you are very giving, but to the right people. It's like you have really solid boundaries here. And the reason people don't tell you how much they appreciate that is either one of 2 reasons. So, because I'm getting this in 2 separate ways. So, one of the ways is people don't tell you because they've already been cut out of your life. And so they almost like don't have that platform to be able to tell you, or just have too much of an ego to tell you, hey, like, I really respect the fact that you stood up to me. Nobody stands up to me. And if they're still in your life, then maybe they just don't tell you because they stand with you, and they kind of think that you already know how much they think this of you. But I feel like they have maybe even told you, but it was kind of like they don't want to make you feel like you have like they look up to you past a certain point. That was interesting. Did you hear that? Okay, so there's something here about confirmation. There's something here about people not wanting to, who are close to you, to make you feel like you're above them in a way, and that's really great in a certain way. I feel like this is a very innocent thing where people don't want you to think that they're worshiping the ground you walk on, because maybe they feel like a lot of people already do that. So maybe you've got this like really huge importance here in a lot of people's lives. They see you as like this really beautiful powerhouse with a lot of energy and a lot of potential here. And not just potential, but you act on your potential here. You're very inspiring to a lot of people. People don't tell you that often, but that's why they don't tell you, because they think, well, this person already knows it. People tell them, so they assume that you know, because you're just that great. You're really inspiring to a lot of people, and they think that you already know this, or just a lot of people already tell you. But I feel like you already know this, but it would be nice to hear it from those people that support you. You know, the people that are close to you, because those are the people that it means the most from, hearing that they look up to us, because I feel like you're the kind of person here that raises other people up. So what people don't tell you that they think about you is that they appreciate how much you lift the people around you up. And these are the people who deserve it. Another thing I'm hearing on the flip side of that is people feel really insecure around you. So people don't tell you this because, again, they don't want to give you like a big ego, and they realize that this is either something that they need to work on, or if this is somebody with not really that much ability to self-reflect, like they project it as like a problem that you have. Okay, and now I'm getting confused. So I feel like you confuse people. And you confuse people because you won't change to bend to their will. So some people won't tell you that you got the upper hand on them in some way. There was something here that happened where they were trying to convince you of doing something, and you basically were like, no, like, you're not gonna convince me to do that. I'm going this way. And then you just went the complete opposite direction of where they wanted you to go. So like, this is the kind of person that like herds people, and really like tries to funnel them into certain funnels so that it's easily controllable in their head. And this is kind of just what they do with people. And I feel like this person is now looking on the outside, and this is why they're not able to tell you the things that they want to tell you. That they realize that they were the aggressor here in this situation with this little angry lion here. That they're paying karma for what they did to you. They can't tell you that. They feel like they're being blocked off from talking to you, and that it's well deserved. I'm just gonna get my my sweater here. It's starting to get a little cold. So you could have gone really cold on certain people that were cold on you, basically. King of Wands in reverse. People who had secrets against you. It's like there's this mysterious force that protects you, that makes sure that those secrets always come out. So people are kind of spooked by you. People are spooked by the fact that they feel, after they've come up against you, that there are some forces that immediately attack them. You're my spooky pile. You're my psychics. You're my mediums. You are my my spiritual teachers here. This is that pile, and you wear this crown with ease. You make it look easy. All of these spiritual gifts that you have. It's like it doesn't look like you're forcing it. It comes naturally to you, and it doesn't seem like you're boastful about it. So what people don't tell you is that you're doing a really good job of Ooh, I'm hearing something really juicy here. So, what people don't tell you is that you're doing really well at this recent up-leveling that you've stepped into. It's like you've stepped into a higher calling, your higher purpose. You're starting to elevate and really be of service to people in a leadership position here. And people are not wanting to give you too much of an ego boost because they're afraid from their limited standpoint that it will kind of make you shake in some way and make you be that old person of or take away some of your humbleness. I think something that people really like about you is how humble you are. And that you're not afraid to learn lessons. You're not afraid to admit when you're wrong. Something that people aren't really telling you right now is that they do think that you're being a little selfish right now. And that you're not coming towards people with any kind of offers. You're working very diligently on something that, something that you want to create in your life. And it's like bittersweet for them. So something that people won't tell you is that it's very bittersweet, 10:10 on the clock, seeing you reach your potential. Because they've never felt so far away from you. Or maybe there's this silence right now. It's like a silence between you and other people that it makes them reflect on their own life and how they've treated others, how they've treated you. And that silence, depending on how they've treated you, between you two, is different depending on how that person has treated you. It's either a silence of, I can't wait to party with them and celebrate with their next success. Or, man, I did them wrong. And it's very likely that I'm probably never going to recover from this. And they're never going to look at me the same. There's all these worries going through their head. So, something that people aren't telling you is maybe that you're making them worry about their standing in your life. About how you think about them. Let's see what else. What else, Spirit? How are people thinking about my pile number 1 but not telling them, and why? How do people think about pile number 1 but won't tell them, and why? Yeah, there's this sense of you being very silent about your worries, but also your plans. There's this like moving in silence thing that you've mastered. And the Tower in reverse. Some people could be saying that you're avoiding a fight right now with the Tower in reverse. That you're avoiding arguing and drama. And they don't want to tell you this because then it makes them look like they're trying to start the drama. So these are those people that they're not really a part of your life anymore, or maybe you've moved away from them in some way, or maybe it's just you're moving away from a lot of people right now because you're transforming and there's a lot of silence between you, and this is one of those groups where it's like they're constantly rethinking about what they've done, how they came towards you, how you came towards them versus how they came towards you. Because with this Tower in reverse and this Knight of Pentacles upright, it's like you came towards them the proper way. And they came towards you with this really conniving energy of trying to hurt you without looking like they're trying to hurt you. Saying things mean, or like being really rude towards you without like looking like they're being rude towards you. And that's just like dude, come on. Oh, people, something that people aren't telling you is that you've defeated somebody here with something, oh my gosh, with something so small. You defeated someone with the smallest, like, finger push of an effort. It's like it looked so easy for you to defeat someone that everybody was so scared of. And now, thanks to you, they're not scared of this person anymore, and you've released a lot of people from some sort of mental prison. And this was something that I was getting in some prior readings here, about you releasing someone here, releasing a group of people from like a prison, from like almost like a cult-like way of experiencing life. It's like everyone was stuck in this cult, and now you've exposed this person as not exactly who they pretend to be. They're not this powerful leader that cares about the people. They're not Princess Diana. They're... who could I compare them to? I don't even know who I could compare them to, but they're not a good person. And that's just because they're, you know, they're unevolved. They need to do all the expansion, all the work. They need to go towards healing their inner child. You got the bee and pomegranate. People see you really working hard towards something here. And maybe people aren't telling you that they're seeing this because they don't want to bother you. So people don't want to bother you, and that's why they don't want to tell you this, because they don't want you to like pity them and then like want to, you know, forcefully hang out with them, because nobody wants to feel like pitied. And you know, you want someone to want to hang out with you, because otherwise it's like, it just feels like a one-sided friendship, one-sided relationship, whoever this is. So maybe some of your friends really want to hang out with you, but at the same time they see you growing at such a rate, and they know that you're just buckling down and getting your head down when you need to be, and working. You're working on things that you're supposed to be working on. You got upheaval with the vulture in reverse. And with the bee right beside it, I almost feel like you have this ability to be really cruel, but you're not. Like, you're not cruel at all. And turtle and coriander. Yeah, people see you as really peaceful. They see you in this like really peaceful state of mind where you're just wanting to explore life and enjoy it. And you know, like, you feel like home to a lot of people too here. And this is really, you could have a lot of Cancer placements. I'm feeling Cancer placements here. But also Capricorn, which is, it's interesting. I get like Cancer and Capricorn, so there's like that like conflicting energy of like, I want to settle, but then I also want to work. I want to work really hard. So it's like you could be in these two different moods, depending on people when they're catching you. And maybe they really like this about you, so people are not telling you that they really like these two separate sides of you, where you almost play like this mother and father role in your own life. Like you've taken this, you've taken it upon yourself to be your own parents, and they really admire this. So the reason people aren't telling you this is because they would rather just silently sit there and watch you beautifully do what you do. I think people are really watching you dance and inspire them. Here, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, pile number 1. Okay, so something that people don't tell you is that they wish that you would express this sweet side of yourself more often. Because there's this side of you where you're just like, I mean, the part that's obvious is like, you're a great support, you know, you're a powerful leader, you're incredible to be around, very helpful. But something that people want more of from you is for this really sweet motherly side of you to come out. So I think that this is also, I think it depends who you're around. I think certain people bring out a different side of you than other people do. Some people bring out this vulture in reverse, where it's like, don't mess with me, or I will eat you alive. And then other people, they bring out this little like smiling turtle that's just swimming around and eating seaweed and, you know, just hanging out, you know? And I think that you're like that with the people that have made your inner child feel safe. And then the people that don't make your inner child feel safe, I think they're very confused as to why you don't fall for their tricks. And I'm immediately hearing like tricks are for kids. I don't know if Trix cereal was like your favorite cereal. Maybe you really like that cereal right now. But it's kind of like you used to fall for these kinds of tricks where people would feign this innocence towards you, or like lie about something, and then you would fall for that lie. Maybe you're very gullible. Maybe people think that you used to be very gullible, and now that you're not, they're kind of like, wow, I miss the old pile number one. I wish that they were gullible again. I wish that they would not make me feel like a loser anymore. The Lovers. Wow. Something that people don't tell you is that you make them feel very special. And they feel some sort of really strong bond with you. Like spirit has brought you to them. That's what I'm getting here with this angel above these two. It's like you were brought into certain people's lives miraculously. It's like any of these people that you deeply connect with, it's like one day you just showed up and you could have said certain things. Okay, so this is something people don't tell you. You say certain things out of nowhere that they somehow just align with whatever someone is going through, or it's exactly what someone needed to hear. So again, back to that psychic part. You're my psychic pile. You have some sort of messages here that spirit tells people through you. So when people meet you, it's like this really impactful moment. Even people that you're just meeting in passing. You're a very influential being here on this planet, and you're meant to move people. You're meant to accelerate other people's ascension, their expansion, their awareness. And this is something that people don't tell you because maybe they just don't get the chance to tell you. Maybe they meet you and they don't even realize how impactful the words that you just said were. Or maybe they're in shock. And then before they know it, you're gone. And I'm kind of looking at like I'm pretty sure it's a spider web. Or maybe it's just like a refraction. I'm seeing some like rainbows here. So you have a really insane connection to spirit here, to the spirit world. Something that people don't tell you is that They see you as an angel in their life. And there's some jealousy over this. So some people might not be telling you that they're jealous of you. But they don't tell you this because then it makes them look small. So they would rather just try to lure you in with some sort of lies than actually tell you how they feel, because I feel like they've also been burnt by you in the past, and so they're kind of like in their mind about that. They're like, well, if I try to come against pile number one, like, they're just gonna burn me again. So they don't tell you how they feel about you. It's funny. It's funny how much of this reading has been like that other section of all these people that want to say things to you. It's like the people that are close to you, that already have a spot in your life, they don't really keep things back from you. The only thing that I can really see that they don't really tell you is how much they like really admire you. And I feel like part of that is just, you know, they want you to feel like they see you as an equal. Wow, I'm really tripping over my words. But yeah, so that is your reading there, pile number one. And I hope that you enjoyed it very much. I still have my personals down below if you're looking for a personal. And big thank you to anybody who has been donating to the channel. Any likes, shares, subscribes, comments, all of that helps this channel as well. And if this reading resonated, let me know down below, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Pile number two. My glowstone babies. Are you guys glamorous? Are you my stars? You could also be an Aquarius. Ooh. People don't tell you how much of a spotlight you have on yourself right now. They don't tell you how incredibly smart they think that you are. Here, I'm just gonna check my audio. I forgot to do that. Hello? Okay, perfect. So, I think something that some people aren't telling you is that they're not really sure if you feel the same way about them that they feel about you. And the reason that they don't tell you this is because they don't want to feel pathetic. Like, there's this real, like, huge comparison with this group. It's like, people see you as, like, just, like, grandiose and, like, oh my god, look at all the things that pile number two is doing. Maybe you're doing something, like, really crazy right now. Or, like, a bunch of, like, you're reaching a lot of huge milestones, and people don't want to tell you how incredible that is, because, maybe it's making them feel really insecure, but these people could also just be really insecure, and that's why they're not telling you, because, you know, if they, wow, so many distractions in this reading. If they tell you, then, maybe they're like, oh, what does that mean about me? They have like a real lack mentality. So the people that don't tell you how they think about you right now, while you're in this, incredibly glowy space, they're not telling you because they have this thought of like, oh, well, if I tell someone that I think highly of them, then that means that I'm somehow worse than them, or I'm giving my power away, or I'm giving them something that is mine, right? So instead of, this reminds me of like when I was not doing that well, and I saw someone doing really well. And instead of being jealous of that person, I was like, wow, incredible. I am so proud of how far you've come, and how did you get to where you were? You know, giving that person props. And in that way, I'm not blocking the doorway for myself. Because I understand that eventually it might come time for me to be on the top of the wheel, right? And for me to take my place and experience that same thing. Like maybe one day I will get there, right? And I feel like I've gotten, not to be boastful, but I feel like I've gotten to a pretty good place in my life now that I could have only imagined before when I was in that dark place. And I feel like the people that don't express you being on top of the wheel right now, or anyone for that matter, they're only not expressing it because they can't see that for themselves. These people are very sad and don't see their life ever improving. And that's really sad. These people could be very religious too. I'm getting something here about religion. I haven't even drawn cards yet. Oh my god. I'm getting so much here from just that little glowstone. There's also something here about trying to ruin your reputation. So something that someone isn't telling you right now is that someone here is trying to ruin your reputation. And they're trying to call you fake, because if you know glowstone, it's actually resin. It's resin, and this one particularly is copper. So it's copper and resin pieces, or like basically polished resin. So someone here is trying to call you fake, but they're fake. Like, they're the fake ones. And I think that they're exposing themselves. That's another story. But they're not telling you this because they're going behind your back, basically. Okay, so what is it that people are saying or thinking? What are people thinking about my pile number 2 that they're not telling them? What are people thinking about my pile number 2 that they are not telling them? Ooh, people think you have a lot of self-control. People think you have a lot of self-control here. I'm also getting the sign of Leo, which, I mean, glowstone makes sense. They are the celebrities of the astrological world, right? And we also have the High Priestess. Wow. Power. Absolute powerhouse. Not only do you have power over your mind, but you also have power over your spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. People could be seeing you as very well-rounded right now. People could be seeing you as the winner of some sort of issue or argument. You could have also been attracted to pile number 1 if you do feel like that was calling for you. Definitely go watch that one, because there was something about an argument there too. You changed something here for the better because you acted on your intuition. You had some sort of intuitive nudge and you followed it, and it expanded your universe. It expanded the things that you're able to achieve now because of that. And I think that people aren't telling you how incredibly bold and interesting your decision was, because it almost scares them a little bit. They're kind of scared of you now. And the only types of people that are going to be scared of you are the people that have done something. They've done something wrong and they don't want to get caught. They maybe have stolen from you in the past. They've stolen from other people in the past. And you've brought some sort of judgment here. And I'm also seeing like a volcano. This was like a tipping point. Something here came to a tipping point. And there was like an elephant in the room. I'm almost feeling like this moon down here is like, there was something here that was very blatantly obvious as a problem. Like, there was a problem here, but nobody was talking about it. Continued to happen, and then one day it happened for the last time. Maybe this person really enjoyed getting a kick out of, or got a kick out of seeing you react to certain ways. And with the strength card here, with the volcano in the background not exploding, she's holding her temper. And you know what she's doing in that situation? She's walking away. So she's taking her power back, or he's taking his power back. Whoever you are, you took your power back in some sort of situation here, because you saw that there was a higher purpose for this experience happening again and again and again. There was some sort of lesson here that you had to learn. This is turning into a reading. So, people aren't telling you how much they admire your strength, your perseverance, your tactfulness, your ability to stay out of deception, and how much they wish that they could give you your roses, but they don't, because they're still connected to this past situation. Maybe they're still experiencing this karma, and so they can't come forward to you. And I'm getting a feeling. It's like I'm running out of breath. Some people feel like they want to tell you to stop running away. They're like, no, don't run away. And what I mean by that is, like, now, because you've stepped away from whatever situation this is, people are like, come back, come back. You know, I want to mess with you again. Come on, come back. Or maybe it's not even that they want to mess with you, but they subconsciously do, because they haven't healed from what they've need to heal from. And this is confusing to them, that they can't come back to you, or can't get you to come back, because you've moved on. People don't want to speak the words of, I see that you've moved on, because then that makes it real. They don't want to talk about whatever happened here. They don't want to talk about whatever happened here. Nine of Swords. Because then that makes it real. They want to keep saying, this is just a dream. I'm going to wake up. But whoever did you dirty here, this could be a group of 3. This could just be one person here. It's plaguing them. They are left with all of these emotions here, all of these thoughts. And I really do feel like this person has been doing this a lot. Either to you or to many other people, many times over. But with this Nine of Swords here, it's like they've done this so many times. And you were just the wrong one. You were the wrong one to do this to. And now this person is left with a bunch of swords that they don't know what to do with. Because Spirit really wants them to figure their shit out, basically. Like, they want them to figure their shit out. And you're handing them back their karma, and you are on top of the Wheel of Fortune here. You left that bad karma with them, and you forgave them, and you moved on. And this is why that karma is coming back to them. You're allowing them to reap what they sowed. I'm gonna drink some coffee here. Hope you guys are having a good day. Oh, that coffee tastes so good. I don't know why, every time I take my coffee outside with me to do readings, it tastes so much better. I think it's the oxygen. There's just like more oxygen outside, and oxygen, it changes the taste of things. Like, anyway, it's a barista thing. You can like slurp your coffee, and that's why they do it. It's because it kind of, it has like a dual purpose. It like disperses the the taste all over your mouth. Okay, why am I going into this? There's a reason. You could be really enjoying life right now. You're really enjoying something here. And people feel like they're on the outside of it. So this feels like with the Empress in reverse, it's like they're not receiving any kind of abundance anymore. You've received some sort of new idea here. You received a new idea and you went towards it. Or away from whatever this was. Now, I'm so sorry about the lighting here. It is hitting me in the worst way, and moving a little bit over that way didn't help either. That's okay, we'll deal with it. So you could be learning some sort of new knowledge. Or maybe this person just showed you everything that you needed to see. You were ready to see it and you saw it. Wow, is this reading boring? I can't tell. I can't tell if it's boring, and I'm so sorry if it's boring. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Juggling things. People don't want to tell you how much they wish that they could be like you in making a decision in this situation. There are people definitely still trapped in this situation with this person. They could just have some sort of close connection to this person and they don't want to let them go. Maybe this person that they're connected to is very codependent and makes them do a lot of things for them, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe this person trades their services as a way to keep people trapped. So they could be this person's ride. They could be this person's way of making money. Whatever it is, it's like, I'm hearing Stockholm Syndrome, so let me know if that resonates, but I definitely feel like the people that are still stuck in this situation, they have Stockholm Syndrome, and they're almost like they're villainizing you, or this past person is villainizing you while behind closed doors not telling you how much they really hate what they did to you. They hate the fact that they hurt someone that they admire. So that's something that they're not telling you, and they're not telling you this because they know that you've moved on and forgiven them for whatever this is. And it's like you've taken your abundance away from this person or this group of people. You've got this, like, you're holding back your energy now. You're holding back what you think, and you could be looked up to by this group as like a really influential person that just has a lot of interesting thoughts about what to do in certain circumstances. And I think that you kind of had it because people never actually listen to you. They just ask for advice. And what good is that advice if you're not taking it? Like, eventually, like, the person that is giving advice isn't gonna want to, stubbornness, inflexibility, exactly. They're not gonna want to give you advice anymore if you're just stuck in your situation and not wanting to make any kind of changes. Yes, okay, so these are two different energies. The thing that people aren't telling you right now is how different they feel from you and how they hate the fact that you've realized how different you are and that you're going your own way with this miser and the adventurer. And again, we have the volcano. How crazy is that? You have this incredible energy inside of you that you have an infinite amount of potential here. people don't tell you how much they really look up to you as a source of hope. And having that hope torn away from them is really painful. And you teach people that they need to have a sense of responsibility over their own life. With this responsibility and expectations, it's like they were always expecting you to take responsibility over their own actions, and you took that power back. And now they're left in their own stubbornness, in their own inflexibility, their own inability to make their own decisions. And you're like, well, I'm done being trapped in a hole with you, with all of your karma. I'm no longer going to be trapped in your karma with you. I'm going to go adventure. And I'm going to go release all of this energy out into the world. So something that people, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm also seeing these people going through like a dark night of the soul, where they've lost all hope. And they're also blind. Do you see that closed eye there? They're blind to something here. Like they keep denying something here. And meanwhile, you see nothing but possibilities. So something that these people aren't telling you, because I feel like this entire reading is just specifically these people here and this situation here, is that they placed you on some sort of pedestal, and they were delaying working on their lives as long as they had you in their life, because they were playing out some sort of fantasy while being able to stay safe and comfortable. And that's why Spirit took you out of their life. Spirit took you out of their life so that they would finally feel the discomfort that they are in, instead of trying to live vicariously through you without doing anything, and just, living the life that they're living, being miserable and not realizing how miserable they are. So now they can't escape it. They have to realize, they have to open their eyes. And I really do feel with this card, every time it comes up, that this is a tower moment because of those bricks there. It's like this is that moment where they're lying on the ground and the rubble is just all around them. And this is right before they open their eyes and they realize that the tower has fallen. And there's just all this destruction. And for you, this explosion has expanded your possibilities. So something that they're not telling you is that they wish that they could be in the situation that you're in. They wish that they could dream big the way that you could. So give these people some grace and forgive them for sure, because what's that saying? They know not what they have done? Is that what it is? Where it's like, when you're wounded a certain amount, like you don't see how you're hurting people. And the best thing to do is just walk away gracefully. And, not look back. Just keep succeeding and don't have grudges. Just keep walking, keep moving. And when you have grudges, if you haven't already forgiven this person, these people, it keeps you stuck in this hole with them still. So releasing attachment is the trick here. Allowing yourself to fully immerse yourself in the joy of your life and not dwelling on the past. Okay, so that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun reading it. Oh my god, I love pick a card readings. Yeah. These don't really do that well on my channel, but like I'm gonna start just doing pick a cards. So if you like these, you are in luck. This is what I'm doing from now on. And yeah, I hope you liked that reading. I still have personals down below on my website, and if you want to book one, go down there. There's a few different kinds. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment if you feel called to. It helps my channel so much, and it helps other people to see the messages that they need to see too. Alright, well, bye! Pile number 3, hello! Welcome, welcome. Ooh. Just gonna put my headphones back up there. Stay. Okay, cool. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see, can I get anything from this stone? You're very interesting. Something people aren't telling you is that you're very interesting. You're beautiful, but you also have depth to you. You have a story. And it's very apparent the moment that they see you, because you are like a weird beauty. That's what I'm getting. You're like weird girl, weird guy, beautiful. However you identify there. It takes a lot to get to know you. That's something a lot of people won't tell you. But that's what makes it so rewarding to get to know you. Your friends that really care about you, or they're decent people, people that are decent people, they will be really grateful for the slow approach that you have. You have a very slow and steady approach here. You're like, I don't know, I feel like all the best relationships in life are slow and steady. All the best things in life are slow and steady. They develop very... It's not abrupt. Like everything has to be developed over time. What are people not telling my pile number 3? And why? What are people not telling my pile number 3 and why? Oh, this one was... Wow, this one was already exposed. Interesting. Ooh. Okay. Immediately I'm getting some sort of jealousy around not being able to come in and bribe you. Ooh, is this person... Okay, so this person... I'm getting nothing but reversals. This person does not mean you well. So this is a message from somebody who doesn't mean you well. This is somebody that you walked away from, but they don't want you to walk away from them. This could be a family member, this could be a coworker, some sort of person that's in your community, a friend, somebody you had a really close relationship with that you realized is manipulative, that you realized is a liar, power hungry, and a thief. This person is a thief. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this person is a thief. They steal from people. What is this one? Healing wounds in the reverse. This person is very bitter. They will not let go of something that happened here, and I'm feeling like it's you walking away. They will not let go of the fact that you walked away from them and took back your power. Ooh, and I'm getting like a blockage in my throat chakra here. They don't want me to tell you this. So not only do they not want to tell you this, they don't want me to tell you this, that they haven't let go of some sort of anger that they have towards you. It's not even sadness, it's anger. They are pissed. They're pissed at the fact that you have such a beautiful reputation here because, I'm pretty sure there was something about, like, a honey badger. Wasn't there, like, a meme back in the day? Something about a honey badger not giving fuck or something like that? Sorry for swearing. But I swear, there's some sort of meme about a honey badger. You have to look that up if you haven't. There is something there about that. But also with the ginkgo, wasn't the ginkgo like a gift from Japan? I don't know what the story there is, but the ginkgo tree, I'm pretty sure, was like a gift from Japan to America or something like that. Okay, let's keep going there. Let's see, what are people not telling you and why? People aren't telling you how much they hate that you don't put effort towards them now. How much you just like ignore somebody's presence here, and that you've chosen yourself. People hate that you've chosen yourself over them. It's like you were supposed to choose them because, I don't know, this person almost feels like, oh, okay, you know what this is? This person, I think they're not telling you how much they've abandoned themselves with the Six of Cups and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Sorry for the glare there. They're not telling you how much they've been abandoned when they were a kid. Like, I feel like there's like this whole story that this person hasn't told you about their life. And now they subsequently expect you, so you could be their child. Now that you expect you to take on that role that they took on when they were younger, where they feel this way, they had to self-sacrifice for the sake of their parent, for the sake of their caregiver, or somebody that was older than them. Maybe it was their grandparent. Maybe it was their older sibling. This could be a younger sibling that you have here. Maybe this is an older sibling that you have here. Interesting dynamic, for sure. I'm trying to find a non-sunny spot here to stand in, to sit in. Ah! That's something there. It's like, no matter where you go, you have some sort of spotlight on you. What's that about? Let's see. I'm going to reverse these a little bit just for now. Something that people aren't telling you is how much they admire you walking away and choosing to be happy against all odds. It's like there's this feeling of like you going against the odds, you succeeding regardless of how hard it is, regardless of the types of actions that you have to take, as long as these actions align with what your inner child needs, you'll do it. And I feel like right now you're licking your wounds, so there's something here definitely that you walked away from that really caused you a lot of pain. Maybe you didn't want to walk away from it, but it ended up needing to happen. And this says lizard, but this almost makes me feel of like a salamander. And a salamander is like the animal that we see on tarot that's like transformation, stagnation. Something that people won't tell you is how they see you getting a lot of attention right now. And it makes them feel like they're really stagnating in their life. Like they have a lot of catching up to do. With anticipation, the quail and gooseberry. Okay, that one I actually... I'm not sure what that one means. Let's look that one up. What is the quail and gooseberry? That is way in the back. L1. The event or outcome you've anticipated is about to occur. Take advantage of your foreknowledge, preparing for what's to come. Huh. So something here about risk-taking. Like you're a risk taker. And people, something that people won't tell you is how they see you as this like really brave risk taker. Wow, that is very bright. Maybe I can move it over a little bit. And how you always transform. You're constantly transforming. And this newest version that you've transformed into somehow is the result of all of the risks that you've taken, all the risks that you've gone through, and it's all compounding now. And it's made you this really remarkable human being. Someone who can handle a lot. Something people don't tell you is that they think that you can handle a lot. And that they've never seen you falter. Something here about you not falling when people thought that you would. And this is due to the fact that you're willing to take risks intuitively when you feel like you're supposed to take a risk. You've taken the jump every single time Spirit has told you to take a jump. And I think people are seeing you as really ballsy, but they won't tell you because they're really hurt. They're really hurt that this time it was them. You could have been attracted to pile number 2, I think that was. Was it pile number 2? Yes, that was pile number 2. Pile number 2 talked all about this. About you doing what it takes in order to keep moving. And even if it makes you look a certain kind of way. Let's see. What do I want to grab? I'll grab the Citadel. Oh, also something I wanted to mention for some reason with this pile. I wanted to mention the fact that I just recently learned that you don't have to actually shuffle the deck to clear it. You can just knock on the end of it because the vibration. It's supposed to be like almost like a, you know, like a vibration healing, but also like a sound healing. So what is it that my pile number 3, people don't tell them, but they think? And why don't they tell them? The Founder! Wow. The Founder. Are you kidding? I've never seen this card come out. This is incredible. People see you as a huge leader. You're really looked up to here. And people see how much work that you've done up until this point, and they almost don't want to waste your time. People feel minuscule compared to you because we also have like rats here, and they're holding like people items. So it's not even like showing people. They feel like they feel really small. And with the stagnation, it also makes me think of like a rat king. When there are lots of rats, they get trapped by their tails, and then when they get tangled by their tails, I don't know if this is like a myth or if it's true, but I think it was during a plague of some sort. But yeah, you should look up Rat King. There's something here about like Rat King. Maybe you could have been like you have a really interesting story here. You have a rags to riches story here, which is really interesting. Start telling your story to people if you haven't already. Because you've come from the bottom. You've literally come from a place of, you know, you used to be just like all the other rats. And then one day you decided to go outside of the kingdom and explore things. And now you've come back with all of this knowledge and you've leveled up in so many different ways. You've taken on so many burdens that you didn't have to take on, and people really admire you. People admire you because they see your evolution, and they won't tell you this because they almost feel small. They feel very small compared to you. And there's definitely this feeling of what's coming next? What are they going to do next? What is coming next in their life? You're an example for people. You keep people warm. I see here, okay, so there's like a future scenario coming in here where you're gonna have a lot of employees, or a lot of people watching you. You're gonna be helping a lot of people here. So keep going at whatever it is that you're working on here. It's not going to be all for nothing. With the Seven of Pentacles, it's not going to be all for nothing, and you just have to keep being patient at it, because it's going to help a great deal of people. And although it's feeling very difficult right now, it's think about the minutia. I'm hearing, I never say that. The small details. Think about getting the small details right. Be very patient with those tiny details. And those tiny details are what spins the wheel, what keeps the momentum going. Instead of getting stuck on making everything perfect, just put things into place and have fun with putting things into place. Have fun with making things just so, the way that you like them. You know, they don't have to be perfect. You don't have to compare yourself to other people. There's a message here about comparing yourself to other people. And you don't want to get stuck in the trap that other people are stuck in, where they're comparing themselves to you, right? Because that's what causes stagnation. And that's coming from like a very unhealed place doing that. I kind of want to burn a little more incense. So just give me a sec. I'm just gonna light some incense. Where's my lighter? Lighter. Oh, there she is. Oh my goodness, it is so bright. I think the sun is kind of starting to go behind the building now. So that is good. Cute. So, out of my own curiosity, I know it's kind of not on theme, but I want to know what's going to happen here with this thing that you're going to be creating. Like, could you let me know, Spirit? Whoa, okay, yeah, they really want to tell you. King of Cups. King of Cups. Your future here is really intense. You're going to be some sort of really great leader. And people will really see you, they'll hold you up as a leader because you'll be the right kind of leader. If you know what I mean, where it's like, you know how like Princess Diana, I mentioned her earlier in one of the other piles. It's like she used her platform for good. And you could be really into like, if you have a platform, maybe you're the kind of person that uses that platform to talk about topics that you really love, or holds up communities that need holding up, or, you know, shines the light on some sort of topic that you're really passionate about or needs to be talked about. King of Swords! King of Swords with the King of Cups! Who are you? Two kings! Wow, you are stepping into a masculine energy right now. Your role will be very leader forward. You have a very powerful energy to you. Someone who's very straightforward, but is like a really fair leader, with the King of Cups and the King of Swords. Could you tell me more about their future here, Spirit? What is this role gonna look like? You could be sharing your knowledge with people too, around when to be the King of Swords and when to be the King of Cups. When to lead with your heart and when to lead with your mind. You're gonna be... So you could also be some sort of advisor here. You could be a mentor to a lot of people. I'm also seeing someone here who creates courses. And you're going to be very picky with the kinds of people that you accept into whatever guidance here that you're creating. So you could have like a large group of people who follow you, but you're only accepting certain kinds of people into some sort of course that you've created here, into some sort of foundation or business, whatever it is that you've created here in the future here. You only accept people that pass certain tests. And acceptance in the reverse. And show you some sort of part of themselves. They're very vulnerable. The people that are willing to be vulnerable. Oh, okay, so this is what I'm getting. You are going to help people switch from, so this is something that you've already done, switch from being overly vulnerable and overly manipulated by people around them, by other people, to balancing out. And that's what this is. This is this mind over matter type of energy here. You're going to be using your ability to detach, and you're going to show people how to use this ability to detach, how to embrace that, and that it's not a bad thing. That all it is accepting the situation as it is. And I feel like you're going to be a very powerful business person here. Really good business people are able to detach from their emotions and make business moves, right? But I feel like this is so far beyond just business, because you're going to be creating a whole generation of leaders here with who it is that you are and whatever it is that you're becoming and creating. I'm also seeing Christmas wish. You could be, oh, you know what? Okay, I'm getting some weird message here about, like, wish kids. You know, like, there's something here about, like, wish kids. Maybe, like, you'll have people, that really want to meet you. So there's some sort of, like, notoriety here around you. Like, you'll be really well known. The orphan archetype. Empathy, survival, sense of being chosen, adaptability, and resilience. And oh, okay, so this is actually talking about the types of people that you'll be getting, people from their shadow side to their light side. And this is funny, this is the longest out of the 3 readings. So there's some sort of like thing about abundance here too. So you'll be taking people from a feeling of lack of self-confidence, eager to please, so people pleasers, fear of abandonment, overly trusting. So you'll be taking them from that state to the light state of this archetype, which is they have high empathy, they're a survivor, they have a sense of being chosen, they're adaptable, and they're resilient. And you'll be helping them find their place in their world and healing their past, helping them heal their past, showing them that good people do exist. They must have been, you must have been really done dirty in the past. That's what I'm feeling here. You've been done so fucking dirty in the past. And you're going to be showing that you can switch that from being like, I'm not a victim here. I am the survivor. Not just that, I'm a warrior. And I can overcome anything. I can overcome anything, and I can still stay emotionally vulnerable more than if I hadn't experienced those things. Because experiencing the extreme of one side allows you to experience the extreme of another, and the extreme of the other side is this joy and this gratitude for the fact that you're experiencing the joys of life. There's something here about gratitude. You're going to be a very humble leader here in the future, and I think that's what I have for you for this reading. I hope that you enjoyed that. It kind of morphed into something else there halfway through, but it was meant to be. So that is what Spirit wanted to tell you today, and I hope that you have a good evening, good morning, good night. And also, don't forget to leave a comment or a like, or both if you feel like it. Also, a huge thank you to anybody who's been donating to the channel, leaving likes, leaving comments. That all helps me so much here, and it helps get the message out to people who need it. So I hope you have a good day, good morning, good night, whenever you're watching this reading, and personals are down below if you want a personal. Okay, bye!